My father named me Charlotte. But it was through my mother I discovered who and what I really am. And now I must convince them to save the world. Luminara needs them. And so do I.
Her name's Karnak. Keep your head down, or I'll keep it down for you.
My name is Kasper Spade. Don't you understand? You're alive because I said so, yeah?
A name? Well, if you must have it, it's Marigold Greenwood. If you think I'll stand by and let that happen again, well, you've clearly never seen what desperation can do.
The name's Munge. 𝒮𝓊𝓁s. It ain't about how good or fast you are. It's about what you can get away with.
My name, you ask? You may call me Zha'Vani. The laws of magic I find to be more of suggestions.
The name's Lucian Veilsong. Most people say I'm a man of many talents. And others, well, they didn't live long enough to find out.
Hey everybody, welcome in to the return of the Brotherhood. It has been many moons, many long and thoughtful moons. Much has transpired among us, between us, and much has yet to transpire afore us. But let's not dwell in the distant future or the far-flung past. Let us instead take a look at today in the battered city of 𝒮𝓊𝓁s, where you travel with the Brotherhood. I'm your host, your storyteller, your dungeon mistress, VoidDolly, and it is a pleasure to have you here. In this game, my goal is to delight you, to inspire you, and to weave you a tale of possible redemption and possible hope. But I want my players and the audience to remember that it's all about the choices we make, and it's never too late to start again. Also, content warning, there is a salacious whore slut in this game. I am not stopping him. He can be as slutty as he wants, and I am gonna meet that energy, and we're just gonna balls to the walls it, okay? This has been your content warning. There's violence, there's swear words, there's fade to black, schmexy, nothing goes into... What? That being said, welcome to today's episode of the Brotherhood. Let's recap. Who would like to give us the quick and dirty recap of the last 2 sessions since we've been gone for many moons? Spooky and Nathan, I'm going to volley this to the two of you.
Okay, who would like to go first? Oh, I don't remember the first session all that much, but I'll do my best. So for session one, we got started in our wonderful world. We began with Karnak. He was finishing up his nice little job he had. And I believe he woke up from a horrific nightmare of getting executed, and then was awoken by one of his friends, Dre, who worked at a tavern, who said, "Hey, I got a job for you. Follow me." And then whenever he got to the tavern, he met up with a robed figure, where he met up with a long-lost friend/family, Marigold, who said, "Hey, I was here, paid for a job. It looks like you're here too? Crazy." And then after that, 𝒮𝓊𝓁s came up from under the table saying, "Oh, hey, you guys are here too?" Wild. And after that, the robed figure conjured a portal, summoning Lucian, who was having a real wet and dirty time. He was real sticky in it.
Yeah.
After that, and all the girls were absolutely clinging to him. He had to fight them off. But after that, 𝒮𝑉ani was conjured forth through a portal, who was intrigued by the aptitude of the spell that conjured him forth. So with that curiosity, he joined the party. Finally, we were waiting for Kasper. However, Kasper took his time, you could say. So he made his dramatic entrance later on, with his mask and cloak looking too cool and youthful. This bastard. Then after all the party assembled, they finally got together on that deal that the robed figure had. He offered, I believe it was 200 gold up front, 800 on completion each. And then after everyone was a bit suspicious, but then read the contract and signed, their job was to secure an amulet from an elf named Charlotte. In searching for this elf took them, I believe, roughly around 3 weeks. But whenever they did, I believe it was Lucian who found him. He was looking for marks when he found a familiar face, a woman who rejected him. How dare they? So he approached them to figure out that, hey, this is that person that they've been looking for. Then as he approached her and called the party, guards started to swarm them. So they had to do a bit of, I believe it was, they had to do some, First a fight broke out. I believe Kasper killed a guard, which then sparked more drama. But then when the I believe it was the head guard or someone important arrived, then we had to go to diplomacy. Karnak, I believe, bargained his life in trade for the guard that they lost and said, hey, we have to take care of this elf. She stole something from one of our own. So after a bunch of checks, we eventually were able to supposedly get them off our tail for the time being. And then Charlotte was like, hey, back off or else what was it? Something bad. And then a monstrous looking person arrived. They were a Whisperkin, a horrific shadow-like phantasmal monstrosity. And I believe after that, Charlotte said, hey, you can let me kill this person or we're all gonna die here and you're all gonna give in to your horrific fates. So we're like, okay, we can let you go for now. And I believe that's where session 1 ended. Would you like to take over for session 2?
Sure. Session 2 was in the middle of that fight. We all decided to join in. We're not going to let Charlotte fight off this Whisperkin, but it turns out even more Whisperkin was flooding into the city, and now the city is involved its citizens. We tried to strategically place ourselves. We thought that all the Whisperkin were going to flood through a bottleneck, but it turns out they were just harassing the rest of the citizens. So what ended up happening was Karnak and Marigold going off into that bottleneck, into that hallway, and fighting off as many Whisperkin as they could, while Lucian, 𝒮𝑉ani, Kasper, and Munge stayed at that town square to watch over Charlotte and also fight off Whisperkin over there. While in that little hallway, Karnak hears a scream. It's 𝒮𝑉ani. 𝒮𝑉ani is screaming for help. Karnak sprints over to 𝒮𝑉ani, helps him out. He almost loses his life, but Karnak heals him, and 𝒮𝑉ani runs away. After the mess, after Whisperkin have been vanquished, we all meet up at the town square with Charlotte. Charlotte tries to run away, obviously, because we are very aggressive with her, and our intentions, to her nurse perspective, was ill. But we apprehended her anyways. Marigold took her, put her on her shoulder, and we headed into the tavern where 𝒮𝑉ani led us into. We go into the basement of that tavern to question Charlotte while Charlotte is injured with a broken rib, dislocated arm, fucked up in all kinds of ways. And as we interrogate her, she drops the bomb, you know, saying that, well, prior, Charlotte dropped another bomb on Karnak saying that she knows that Tigum's alive. And so during that questioning, Karnak asks, how do you know you're alive? And Charlotte says, how long are you going to keep it a secret with your brothers? And the secret was that Karnak knew for a long time that he had been alive and has been keeping Tigum, their eldest brother, under the cathedral, imprisoned because he is not himself, a husk of himself, really. And so, you know, the rest of the brothers were confused. Why have you been lying to us? And Karnak explains that he just wanted to protect them. And so I believe that is where we left off. We are in that little basement area, questioning, seeing what's up, what's the next move. She's been following us for eons, apparently. She knows who we have been and where we've been. That's all I remember.
The both of you may have an inspiration for that. And we begin roughly where we left off. Kasper Spade, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma. That's a lovely 5.
Wow.
We're starting out strong.
As your gaze collides with the pale moonlight green of Charlotte's, you swear you can hear her say, I know exactly who you are, Kasper Spade. And I see every one of your sins. There's a sharp pain that lances right between your eyebrows, causing you to hiss. And you take 2d4 points of psychic damage. Go ahead and roll that. What is interesting in this moment, Kasper, over her voice, there is a layer, almost like an echo. The echo is so fast, it's like a reverb, playing the minute notes of her voice just slightly off key, off pitch. There's a wrongness about it as it filters through your mind, even as you are physically seeing that her mouth does not move. This witch is speaking to you. And the headache trails off with the sound of a clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. What'd you get on the 2d4?
I took 6 damage.
Okay. When you look down at your hands, they have changed. Gnarled knuckles, twisted limbs. It feels as if the strength in your body has been stolen. But you are not afraid of anyone catching you. You're well covered. You're gloved. But you know there would be age spots and lines and arthritis that has wickedly tortured your fingers if you were to take off your gloves. And then the headache is all but gone. It completely recedes. The rest of your brotherhood, Kasper, stands before you. They are between you and Charlotte, and you are closest to the door. Do you stay in the room to interrogate, or do you leave?
I think he would kind of fade into the darkness of the room. Not exactly leaving, but he doesn't want to bring any attention to himself. He just wants to observe.
Okay. I would just like you to roll me a stealth, and it'll, everyone else, this stealth, you'll compare to your passive perception or insight.
That'd be a 21.
Anyone have a passive insight or perception higher than 21?
Not me.
Then you naturally ignore Kasper unless he wants to be seen for this whole roleplay scene, okay? Each of you, how this scene will be roleplayed, will get a chance to talk. I'll give each of you a moment to roleplay. You'll be able to roleplay among each other. We are going to start with Karnak, the elf who is sitting in the chair. You guys are blocking the way. Is glaring at you, Karnak. Like a little wildcat, spitting mad and backed into a corner. The girl's got some charisma on her. But pound for pound, she's no match for you.
Karnak, for a moment, will glare back, and his eyes will trail down to her dislocated arm.
That seems uncomfortable.
I'll live.
Nah. Stay still.
Karnak's gonna stand up, his chair. You can hear the poof, poof as she steps towards her.
It's all right. Just stay still.
And he's going to grab her shoulder and hold it down.
She winces.
And he's gonna attempt to pop it back in place.
It is a quick pull all the way out, and then reassess, pushing the ball back into the joint with a loud, and she
gives a pat on the back.
Not bad. Not bad.
He's gonna pull out his chair again. Sit down.
All right. Look, at first, I thought there was a target painted it on our backs and you were gonna, kill us. But there's more. More than just that. So no, I don't think you have any ill intentions.
She's gonna insight him. For a 16.
Okay. With that 16, she can see there's a genuine look to him. Like he has maybe some kind of softness with elves. Maybe from his past.
She files that away. So, you're not going to outright murder me, and you're not going to give me to the guards.
No, well, not. Look, if I give you to the guards, they'd kill me, so of course not. I won't kill you, but I can't speak for my brothers.
But they clearly look to you for leadership.
Sometimes I think so, but they all do their own thing.
So then
Most of them don't like listening to me.
So it's your own arrogance that has you as the leader by de facto?
Maybe.
Great.
Maybe because I'm the eldest. We don't know.
Or maybe it's because he tends to make the best decisions in tricky situations.
And would
Sometimes.
this be considered a tricky situation?
Interesting situation. You said that you've been following us for eons, watching us. Why?
It's her turn to audibly swallow. Her gaze flutters over to the dark corner. And then back to you, Karnak. Without even rolling, you know that she's afraid. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what I should and shouldn't reveal. It's a lot like having a delayed blast fireball in my palm, and at any moment it could go off and absolutely incinerate me.
So there's not much you can tell us.
I feel like information keeps me valuable, doesn't it?
Fair enough. But why show up now? Why not follow us until we die?
Because I don't want any of you dead.
That's a bold statement coming from someone who seems to not like us.
I know what you do to elves. My people no longer exist because of you.
Yet you are standing here, defiant against that fact. How did you survive?
She chews on her bottom lip, which Lucian notices is quite plump and rosy. She's very smooth skin, uninterrupted by scars. There's a dusting of freckles. You wonder if those freckles are anywhere else. And then your mind snaps back to the interrogation that's afoot. But you keep going back to the narrow column of her throat, and those prominent collarbones that disappear into her blouse. Any roleplay for Lucian at this moment?
So he was, Lucian was stuck on the, the whole thing about the Whisperkin and what just happened. And he remembers Charlotte saying that they were here because of us. And he doesn't know why. But then he got distracted. And now he's back into it. So he walks up to Charlotte, still staring at her collarbones, and says, "You said the Whisperkin, the things that came into this town were here because of us. Why?"
Roll persuasion.
Ooh. Ooh. That one.
A natural 1.
Those lips.
You're looking at her face, and you're like, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get somewhere. She's gonna tell me, and then your gaze dips, and she frowns, and her gaze drops down. Are you actually asking a question? She like covers her chest, and you no longer remember what it is you asked in the first place.
Karnak, what did you? What
Lucian,
did you
look
say?
up. Stop looking down. Here,
I'm gonna
I
get
was
up from my
looking
seat. I'm
down.
gonna plant him down on the seat aggressively.
look up. Eyes. Question.
For some reason, it's a
kinda
little
feel like-
easier to ask the ceiling questions than Charlotte.
Seriously, Karnak, I don't remember what I said. What was
So
I
I asked
asking?
you about the Whisperkin.
The whisper.
Important.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. The Whisperkin. You said they were here for us. They came because of us. And you seem to know why. Would you mind telling us? I like peek again.
You like sucking the chin, so you have like a straight shot down your chest to look at her. Like,
I like peeking over, like.
are you always this crude, or am I just lucky?
Yes.
Maybe it's a bit of both.
Her eyes glance over the dark corner again, and around at each of you. I would be more willing to answer your questions if I was in a location that I could run from in the event you decide to kill me. And at this point...
I don't really.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Karnak was just gonna say, I don't know if I feel comfortable with that. He's like next to 𝒮𝑉ani.
I don't think I feel comfortable with that.
Yes. Yes, brother. She'll probably run the first second she can.
She's already tried running once.
3 times, actually.
That is correct.
Well, I can't say I don't mind the chase.
Her cheeks tinge a little pink at that. And it's a little I can't I'm trying flustered, like you know, like blinking. The audacity.
What if we promise that we aren't going to kill you? We could have killed you many times before where we are now, but we didn't.
Right, and I'm supposed to be eternally grateful and spill all my secrets.
Yeah.
You are
Pretty much.
arrogant. Absolutely based and arrogant.
I make a suggestion. A life for a life. You seem to know how to save our brother. I feel like that's enough to not kill you.
I concur with that.
She kind of exhales, and a little bit of the tension in her shoulders eases.
Question. We're downstairs in the tavern where we were before. Is there still any drink on the table?
Yeah, there's still drink on the table.
Okay. She'll go grab one of the meads or whatever and bring it over and hand it to her.
Okay.
It's a word I'll keep. You help us save our brother. I won't kill you.
Just gonna insight that. For 24.
Yeah, she's being 100% honest.
So that's 2 of you.
You said you know what we are, you know what we did, right? And there's probably no real way of you trusting us. So Travis, I'm gonna stand up and walk up to her. And I'm gonna reach for her hand to like put it into mine. Just try trusting me this one time.
You
I
are.
want to show you something.
What are you? Don't touch me with your unreasonably soft masculine hands. Her hands all of a sudden in yours. How do you smell so good? We were just fighting. Oh God, why are you so close? And her hands in your hand.
Okay. And then I'm, with my other hand, Lucian is going to unbutton his shirt a little bit, his tunic.
Her eyes
to
pop.
where he can
What?
put.
How are any of you letting this happen?
Just,
Mary kicks him in the shin.
just silence. Just trust me. I promise I won't kill you. And I promise I won't let any of my brothers do that either. And then he puts her hand where his heart is, under the skin, and goes, tell me, what do you feel?
A man who's so used to getting his way that he clearly cannot take no for an answer. And then she pinches you on the pec and twists it a little bit.
Lucian doesn't move at all because he's used to the kinkiness. So he's just like, I did tell you to feel, but I didn't know you were gonna feel me like that.
She's very flustered. Pulls her hand away.
Well, either way, you have my word. I will not kill you.
It's a 15 on an insight. Very flustered. Very unsure.
You know, I mean, Lucian's trying his best to be genuine without showing like he's been staring at her the whole time as like dear heavens. Like he's like trying his best to get her trust so we can get the information that we need.
there's more of you in the room. And I appreciate your saying you could save me.
Yes, sorry, I do finish, some meditation, if you will. That was more pressing over you getting fond over. Hello, Charlotte, was it? Yes. I believe that, you owe me a favor regardless, considering I did save your life.
The arrogance on you.
Oh, my apologies, I'm but a worm. So, which? What will it be?
You were a serpent, now you're a bookworm. There's a distinct difference.
Oh, of course. But yes, I only want one thing, and that is for you to cure my adult brother's mind. So if you could do that, I would allow not harming you and letting you free afterwards. Because otherwise I could not care what happens to your well-being.
She only got a 9 on an insight that time.
He could probably kill her. She's probably unsure. That's not really great. I feel like he's not trustworthy. And he's not trying to make himself look trustworthy either.
Okay, she's attempting to believe, but rolled kind of poor. I think Zha'Vani, the party can see she's the most afraid of, other than you, Kasper. She keeps looking in the corner where you're standing.
Though there is something that does quite intrigue me about you. And that is whenever I peered into your mind, a particular melody played. If you were willing to tell me more about this, I might be more favorable to not harm a hair on your shoulder or head.
There are stories told about you, Zha'Vani.
Oh, is that so?
The nightmares, really. I remember growing up, I used to dream that the wrathful servant would come and kill everyone I love. I don't believe any of you won't kill me should the need or the whim arise. But I do trust that as long as I know how to save Tigum, you'll keep me around because I'm useful.
Zha'Vani will have a crooked smile. Ah, yes. Aren't you clever? That is correct.
There's one among you I haven't heard from. And I won't say a word until he promises me otherwise.
He's not much of a talker.
Kasper quickly walks up and draws his bow at her. Only like inches from her face, full drawn, and like to the point where like even a bump will release the arrow and will hit her. And he just looks at her intently and says, "All I've heard from you are words that could be empty lies, empty promises. You speak of our brother like you know him. We have no reason to believe any word you say, you dirty elf."
Those eyes, Kasper. The color of them is so familiar. She's afraid of you. And so she recognizes you. This is not the first time the two of you have encountered each other, but you have no memories of this she-elf.
She can hear the bow tighten further.
She just
Is she visibly afraid?
yes, and she exhales.
If I see that, Karnak is gonna grab the chair and turn it towards, so she's facing Kasper.
She does gasp.
Any fucking elf will say whatever they want to survive. I've heard plenty. All lies. What makes it so that these promises you have, there's no reason for us to think it's truth? Just more poison? We don't know you. We don't owe you anything.
I won't beg for my life. But I will say, I would be dead already, Kasper Spade, if you thought I was lying. Among the Brotherhood, no hands bear more blood of fey kind than yours. The arrow that blotted out the sun. The strike that created the silent choir. The shot that killed the bard. My people may have participated in the war, but you know that the healing capabilities of the elves are unparalleled. That is a fact no one in this room can deny. Kasper's bow and the arrow, are they wooden?
I would say yes.
They begin to bloom. Her eyes casting shadows, they glow so bright.
The moment I get an inkling of that, he releases the arrow and it cuts her cheek, and he will rush her and grab her by the throat and in her face say, "And what is one more body if you know so well of our history?"
Because I could save Tegan. And you've already tried and failed.
His hand grips tighter.
There's no harm in trying, brother.
Marigold is gonna step up behind Kasper and put a hand on his shoulder.
And she leads us all down a trap. And I lose every single one of you. What then?
Well,
Is
that's
it still
hardly
worth
of you.
trusting her?
If we all go, we all die together. But listen. She is a survivor. And I don't think it's just because she can talk her way out of these situations. I think it's because she actually is capable of things that we have yet to know. Saving our brother is so important. Do you not
You
want
guys-
to see him come back?
You can hear his teeth gritting beneath his mask. And he hasn't looked away from her. And he would say, I'm not going to promise you I won't kill you. I'm going to promise you I will if you betray us. Do you understand?
Then I need you to understand this, Kasper. As much as I hate every one of you, I need you all alive.
And for now, the feeling is mutual. And he'll let go of her throat and walk out the door.
Karnak is gonna grab the arrow that's in the table and walk out with Kasper.
Kasper,
All poison, brother.
probably. And you know, if you do kill her, I'll be there to help you bury the body.
Yeah,
Then he'll
she
hand
doesn't
you the
even
arrow.
deserve a grave. He takes the arrow.
I'm always with you.
A single moonflower has bloomed on the shaft of the arrow.
He looks at it for a moment.
It is so
He's-
pale and thin that it almost looks like glass.
He grits his teeth and snaps the arrow and tosses it to the ground. Fucking elves.
Karnak's gonna put his hand on your shoulder.
We're gonna have to deal with this one way or another. If we kill her, we kill her. And if we have to find out how to bring back Tigam ourselves, then we'll fucking do it.
He
This
looks
seems
at
fun.
he looks at you and he says, "Is Tegan really alive?"
His eyes turn a little bit more sorrowful.
He's like, sorry I lied to you, Kasper, but he is not himself. A husk, empty, nothing behind those eyes. The body is alive, but the mind is gone.
Yeah.
I should have told you.
Very well. Just keep an eye on the young one, eh?
Always will. But I know you'll keep a better eye on her than I.
I was more speaking for Lucian.
Oh. He's gonna do whatever he wants. But I'll keep an eye.
And then Karnak enters the room again.
All right. So, what's the plan? Just gonna march over to Tigum now?
Well, I mean, you did say he's under a cathedral, right?
He is.
When was the last
Jesus.
time you visited him?
A few weeks ago. I have, Dre tending to his needs, whatever.
Dre knows too.
He's trusted, close friend of mine. I do apologize, brothers. I should have told you all. I should have.
I'm sure you had your reasons.
I still feel like I need to kick her ass for lying to me.
Don't think I will just take it. But you'll feel free.
Oh, I will, when you're least expecting it.
Good Lord.
I think before we start marching towards this cathedral, though, she's gonna look over at Charlotte. How are you able to save him? What do we need before we leave?
She's hacking and coughing, and at first she didn't want to drink the mead that you gave her because she thought it was poisoned, and you could tell that she thought it was poisoned. And instead she's drinking it and coughing more. And when she looks at the lot of you, there is terror and hatred. I know what kind of beasts you are. And she says it almost to herself, like a prayer under her breath, very quiet. And then
Good.
And then she says, "It's now called the Blight Watch, but it was once the kingdom of my people." We will have to travel to the fallen wastelands of Iridia. And pray that there's any moonflowers left.
A moonflower.
I need
Did
their
you...
nectar to save Tigum.
Did you not just make one bloom? Why do we have to go there if you're capable of doing that?
And that is why you need me. Because your arcane botany knowledge is slim. Because it died with the elves.
Am I able to roll to see if I've heard of a moon blossom?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead and roll Arcana or History.
I would like to go with an Arcana.
Okay.
I got a 19 total.
There used to be droves and droves of this. So there is a glass-winged butterfly that is famous for Iridia, in Iridia, the Elven Kingdom. And it was a great pollinator of the glass blossom or the moon blossom. There's a saying in Iridia that the moon is a reflection of the soul, and a soul has a depth untold of vice and virtue. And so on cloudy nights, the flowers, when they bloomed, would look black and dark and ashen. And on a full moon, they would look silver, like slivers of knives or glass. Moonlight manifested physically. The root of these flowers were often used as components or in replace of components when the flowers were tempered in a very specific way. When the flowers were tempered by someone, a artificer of the elven court. Mind you, Zha'Vani would know it as the Hollowed Host. Marigold would know it as the Maid. They are the same thing, warforged, made by the elves, both of these. Both with nature and metalwork. Moonflowers were often tempered to actually become glass-like vestiges, almost like a lich's phylactery, a heart plugged into the chest of the Maid, or for Zha'Vani, the Hollowed Host.
How curious.
Is that something that I realize as well as she's talking about this, or is that just something that Zha'Vani has realized?
If Zha'Vani starts talking about the Hollowed Host, you'll know.
Okay.
The actual glass moonflower, Marigold knows that often they are connected to the magic of the Warforged.
Okay.
It appears that your idea lines up. So, I trust you for now.
Druidcraft, Marigold, does not maintain the magical properties. I need the actual blooms and root to save Tigum.
Well then, we best gather our items and get going.
Lucian's gonna walk over to Karnak. Brother, I mean, now we know Tigum's alive and all, and we're about to go see if we can save him from whatever he is. But what do we do about the amulet?
You're skilled. Switching things around. You've done it before. Once we get what we want, Tigum, we'll get more. For now, let's trust each other.
Always, brother.
All right, everyone.
Charlotte
Is there
suddenly
anything
stands.
else we need?
I'm free to go.
Is there anything else you need, little dove?
No. She's lying. I'm just gonna try to move past you.
Where are you going?
Big hand just
Hold on.
We're leaving now, right?
We need to prep. Wait.
Hold on, Karnak.
Are you going
Do
to
you know-
leave Kasper by himself?
Leave Kasper by himself?
When
He's
there
fine.
are whisperkin all over 𝒮𝓄rang?
He is more than capable.
I'm glad you think so.
Who was that, Zha'Vani?
I was going to mention, do you not think that the guards will not come looking for you ASAP? It would be
Well,
wise to get out of here as soon as we can.
as soon as we can, yeah. I just need a word with Dre. Is there anything else anybody needs before we leave?
I think we need to make sure that our friend Charlotte here isn't without a chaperone wherever she goes.
Well, what about when I have to use the little lady's room?
Then I will go
Marigold.
with you.
Oh no.
If you don't want Marigold to go, I can go.
Oh, nope, Marigold's fine.
Karnak will look for Dre.
So, Charlotte settles back at the table, pours herself another mead, and is mumbling to herself. Occasionally glancing at Lucian and mumbling more. And then if any of you speak Elven, she is really upset how attractive all of you villains are. But she's talking to herself about it, if you dare to listen. So with that being said, I'm going to go around and each of you get a chance to roleplay and do the thing, and then maybe something will happen. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, we're going to start with Kasper. Where do you go?
Well, first, she sounds like a book talk girly. But anyways,
That's the vibe.
Kasper,
We want
yeah.
Evie from the Mummy librarian vibes, right?
Oh yeah, love her. Absolutely. I think Casper's just chilling outside. He hasn't any. He understands we're about to embark, and so he's just waiting for the party.
Once he is away from Charlotte completely, all of his discomfort disappears and he's back in control.
And he would be seen looking at his pocket watch, just staring at it.
The snow is falling in measured sweeps. People are moving to and fro. Relief efforts to rebuild already started. You are approached for small talk. Menial. Have you seen this person? Looking for this person? It seems like several townsfolk have gone missing. None of them Kasper has seen nor heard of. But I need you to roll a perception. Because among these menial interactions, there is one that doesn't necessarily happen to Kasper, but that he witnesses that is curious.
23.
Damn.
The people of 𝒮𝓄rän are still battered. After all, the war with the elves and the night world was a devastating one. The war itself had two fronts, because the elves had two main kingdoms. 𝒮𝓄rän is closest to the Mother Kingdom, the beating heart of Arida. Regardless, the people dress in a very kind of ragtag way. And when Kasper spots someone dressed like a gentleman, he's watching. Like an owl, quietly and all observing, this gentleman makes an exchange with one of the barmen that works at the Echoing Wench. It isn't Dre, but it's someone who works under Dre. Kasper is not sure of the young guy's name, but there is conversation that Kasper hears.
make sure the elf travels with him. And make sure that that shipment's ready. We'll be within the hour to pick it up, boy.
Of course, sir. Of course. Everything is as it should be. I promise.
Would be a shame. Were anything to go missing.
Nothing's gonna go missing, sir. No one and nothing. Thank you, sir. And then the gentleman is gone. Like whispered smoke. Like spell cast. It disappears among the flurries. The young tavern boy is headed back to the Echoing Wench, planning to enter the opposite side of where you're lingering in the shadows. Kasper, what would you like to do?
Yeah, Kasper will. He knows how to stalk prey, essentially. So he is going to. He's going to follow the kid and stay out of line of sight. Try to figure out what this shipment is. Why it's so important.
Roll stealth.
Nice.
Ooh.
Natural 20
Okay.
for 26.
You are so stealth that even when he moves into the wine cellar and you slip past that clapboard door, you make no noise. The shipment is row and stack and row of glass. Bottles broken up, laid out on a flat bed, wrapped tight. You know this because the kid finishes packing one, smashing the bottles into a burlap sack, laying them out flat, tying them to the pallet. These pallets stand 6 feet tall. Just glass.
Like, I'm sorry, like, what's the shape of the glass?
Bottles from the tavern that have been broken.
Broken ones.
Mm-hmm. It's so menial and common.
Hmm. Can I do some sort of check to kind of discern what I'm looking at? Like, if is there more to it, or is there, is the boy still there? Maybe I could even like sneak up to it and
He's still there.
investigate a little bit.
He's breaking bottles. Milk bottles, alcohol bottles, growlers. He's smashing them all up in a bucket and dumping them into burlap sacks, flattening them out. He's got these thick leather gloves on, and he's strapping it to the last pallet. Looks like there's 15 pallets. If you'd like to...
Okay. I think he's gonna stay and watch.
Okay.
And see what happens.
Okay, the kid finishes breaking up all the glass that's in this, it's like a wash bucket, putting it in the burlap sack. You can see that the sack is lined with leather so that doesn't just cut through. And that's it. That's all he does. Before he gets called by Dre, you recognize Dre's voice. You heard the man screaming half a mile away, and he says, "Remy,
Remy, we've got people who are fucking thirsty. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, sorry. I was just putting, just grabbing this bottle. We'll get your willy out of it, put a cork in it, and let's fucking go. And then you're alone in the wine cellar with these pallets that are not well hidden out in the open.
I approach it and I inspect it a little more thoroughly.
Okay. One of the finished pallets or the pallet the kid was just working on?
I think I'll check the one he was just working on.
Roll an investigation.
Damn, good rolls.
Yeah. Dirty 20.
You are searching through several glass-filled burlap sacks that are leather-lined. When you get to a nondescript one, just like all the rest, but when you open it, other than just glass, there's a silver sheet of metal. It looks roughly forged, melted down, poured, and then pulled right off the heat. Not tempered, not worked. And then you find another glass-filled burlap sack with another silver sheet.
They're just sheets of silver metal.
Mm-hmm. Very reflective.
Do you have any idea what they could be used for?
They're so thin, it's hard to say unless it was smelted again. Maybe it could be used as a weapon. What's your passive investigation?
12.
You flip the sheet over in your hand. You see a dark reflection. You have no idea what these could be used for. But each one on the backside has a single rune. The rune for storm. Stamped on the back.
Storm. Oh, what's this fucking get up to? I close it up. Make my way outside of this storeroom just to a place I can watch in case they start moving the shipment.
Okay. Then we will meanwhile... Go ahead and make me a perception before we meanwhile.
No, bad. I rolled an 8.
Okay. So we'll meanwhile over to Karnak. What are you doing?
Looking for Dre.
He is not hard to find. He is behind the tap, getting growlers ready, caps screwed on. Gonna give it to the relief. They're rebuilding and burying bodies, and we're gonna have a lot of alcohol because that shit was fucking scary. Karnak! You saved my life. I would marry you, but I think I'm a straight man.
Dre, yes,
I love you.
Eddie,
With every
I
fiber.
love you too, buddy.
saved my life. Karnak, Karnak, you saved my life. He comes
to
around
the
the bar.
brink of death.
He hugs you.
Okay.
She almost had me, Karnak. She reminded me of my Mima when she was really angry. I thought I
You're
was
okay
dead,
now.
Karnak. You saved my
No
life.
one's gonna hurt you, alright? It's fine.
Karnak, you saved my life.
Hey, look at me, buddy. Look. Alright? He's gonna look down. You look, you're fine. Everything's alright.
She broke her fingers, and it became nice, Karnak. She was gonna
I know.
knife me.
Yeah, I was there.
I just wanted to do my dream of making alcohol and getting the people
And-
drunk.
Look at you, you're already doing it. Living out your dream. But, Dre, I've got a favor to ask.
More than all the other favors I already do for you. I owe you my life. I'll save you. What can I do?
Look.
Where is Munch in the basement? Did he fall asleep in the basement?
Probably. Or he's probably like, you've left him in your bedroom sleeping.
Okay, cool.
Look, my brother Munch, he's really tired.
Oh, he ate
Long
all the rolls
travels.
of cheese, Karnak, and I let him, because he's your brother.
You're probably gonna have to get more. And berries on top of that. Alright? Just watch over him. He sleeps for sometimes up to a few days. And so, when he does wake up, let him know to meet us.
And then Karnak's gonna tell him where to meet
Right.
us.
Right, alright, I could do that.
Yeah. And Dre, I'm gonna be gone for a few days. Do you think you're gonna be okay?
What do you mean you're leaving? Like you're leaving, or you're just like going on a job, leaving, coming back in just a little bit?
Going on a job. I will be back. But, look at me. If I'm not, you take care of this tavern.
No, Karnak, you have to come back. Karnak, you can't die. You saved my
Gotta
life.
do it for me.
Karnak! You're the best thing that's ever happened to me, Karnak.
And look, I mean,
You make my life
you-
meaningful.
oh, that's, yeah, I'm getting really uncomfortable now. You can let go.
But your arms are so nice and warm.
I've been told.
Okay, I'll take a good, healthy step back. I'm step back now.
All right, Dre, look,
I'm looking.
you're one of the only people in this town I actually truly trust.
Oh, Karnak.
All right.
He touches his heart, both hands. Same. I mean, that's not really true. I trust a lot of people, but I trust you.
Look,
You
and
say
He's gonna get closer and whisper.
yeah.
make sure Deacom's taken care of.
Don't worry about that thing. Everything's fine. No damage to the cathedral. Nobody knows nothing.
All right. And look, if you ever need me and things go sideways here, find me.
Why you tell me that,
Just in case.
Karnak?
Yeah?
Did you do something? Did you fucking lie to somebody? And it's gonna come back to me, and they're gonna take all my assets like they did the one time, and we had to move spots. You helped me rebuild, and I owed you then, but I found out later it was your fucking fault. Is that the same kind of thing we're talking about, right? Should I pack a bag? I don't got Mima anymore, so it's just me and the boy Remy. Karnak?
Do you have another location that you could possibly move to? Just in case, not saying anything.
Karnak. The only other location
Okay, yes.
I got is in Jasper Wake, and that's like many weeks that way. Not that way. But it's a lot of weeks that way through the woods, infested with fucking scary monsters that are infected with lycanthropy. And I don't want to be a furry or a diet furry.
Well, this time you're not tied to what I did.
And then Karnak's gonna give him a brief summary as to how things turned out with the guards, and that he's gonna be trading his life for punishing Charlotte, but it was actually a lie.
And that's what happened.
Karnak.
You're not tied to it.
No,
you
but
can
I'm gonna
stay
need to
here.
spread some rumors to try to make it so that you're not fucking tied to it, so that everyone's gaslit into thinking that you're innocent. I know who you invited, Kasper, and he's just like turning people into fucking mist. He's just misting them. He's like, you no longer are allowed to manifest physically. Poof! Now you're dead.
That's my brother.
That's fucking scary. And if I weren't a straight man, I'd want to have that man's babies.
Dre, I think you should reevaluate your sexuality.
Nope. Want to get me a wife? Unless. And he looks at you. No. Karnak, I owe you a lot. You've been saving my life and bailing me out. Past 15 years? Good God, it's been a long time.
Long time.
Alright. I'll get the shop ready to move. I'll start spreading the rumors. You should be alright to come back to 𝒮𝓄𝓁, but don't come back till I get word to you that it's safe to come back. I think with my connections, we can make it seem like it was one of them beasties we were fighting. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I trust you, Dre. But if I come back and the guards are not so happy with my return, you know I'm gonna have to kill them, right?
Yeah. I hear Jasper Wait is pretty good in the summer. I hear
A new place to start a new life.
I hear that it's a nice place. I hear that it's got surfing. I don't know what that is, but and pennyboarding. I don't know what that is either.
Wow.
But apparently they do it down the streets. They've got parades, lots of colors.
Well, I look forward to it, buddy.
All right, I'll make the arrangement.
All right. Good luck.
And then Karnak's gonna go back downstairs to the basement.
Before you leave, he says, "Hold on, Karnak.
Ah,
I'm taking the goods, right? With me. If I fail at doing the gaslighting thing, which is not gaslighting, it's just a engineering outcome. You know, I'm good at that. I'm gonna take Tegan, right? With me and Munge if it's not awake.
if things go sour, yeah.
You're gonna owe me so much manual labor. You're gonna build me a castle and a new bar.
I've done it before. I can do it again.
That's right. All right. All right. Well, Remy, these growlers ain't gonna fucking fill themselves. And little Dre heads back to work. And you head back downstairs. And we meanwhile a round robin to Marigold. Any role play for you in the depth of anything, really? Just anything. It's your turn.
She will. She's gonna go sit at the table with Charlotte
Okay.
and just drink some of the mead. She's not gonna say anything, but she's listening to Charlotte mumble under her breath in Elvish. What exactly was it that she was saying? Because I speak Elvish.
Just how she's a much better librarian than this adventuring.
Okay.
Just how attractive
Okay.
all of you are and terrifying.
Marigold is gonna respond in Elvish. Don't let Lucian know you think he's attractive.
Her gaze snaps up to you.
He's already got a big ego. He doesn't need more of that going to his head. And it won't be the one on his shoulders.
Oh. Lovely. And I can't even mumble to myself in private because you speak Elvish. Yay.
I sneezed in the back.
There's typically not much us brothers know amongst each other. Like, we know all of each other's secrets. You'll have to get used to also having none.
I'm sorry. So the ego inflation is a fact then? Like it, and like her gaze whips over to Lucian. She kind of blanches a little bit, paling out.
I mean, look at him.
What?
Of course it's a fact.
She looks back at you. What? So all of you, and the finger motions she makes Lucian are vague and maybe slightly sexual. Makes you wonder what they're talking about.
See Lucian like tilts his head over and like start peeking.
Wait. What?
So all of you are a thing. Like it's a brotherhood because you're all polyamorous.
No. Fuck no. You think I'm sleeping with Lucian?
Well, I mean that's how you know, right? I mean there is a rumor about how his horn got broken.
That's a story for another day.
Oh my god, it's real. And she panics. I need to leave. She stands up. She looks around. She sits down.
No.
She panics. She drinks more mead.
She's gonna reach up, because Marigold's fucking tall. She doesn't even stand out of her seat. Grab her shoulder and bring her down to sit back down. And she continues on in speaking in Elvish, by the way, this whole time.
Oh yeah, same with Charlotte.
Okay. None of these men are my type. They are brothers to me. That's disgusting. That's like incest.
I think I've had 4 cups of mead. And
Do you
I
want
need
another?
to not talk to you. Because I'm usually very bad at keeping secrets.
That's the point. There will be no secrets
That's
while
very
you're
rude.
with us. No, it's not rude. It's being honest.
No, it's rude because you're bad guys. And you kill people for a living. And that's what you do. And I'm drunk. And I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Her eyes widen.
You
She
know,
leans back in her
The
chair.
same could be said for elves. One person's bad guy is another person's good guy. To us, you're the bad guy. It's all just a matter of perspective.
You sound really nice. I think I could like you.
Well, I don't hold as much ill will towards elves as my other brothers do. I still hate them. But you're still a person.
She looks at you. Like, turning her whole face towards you, Marigold. Is this a good god, bad god routine? Is Kasper gonna come back and chokehold me again? Is that what
Only
this
if
is?
you're into that.
She just flushes. What? There are bold assumptions happening.
You just made the bold assumption that we're all polyamorous, so I'm not allowed to make bold assumptions either.
I'm sorry, you just made it seem like you knew about the whole mounting the mountain that is Lucian Veilsong. And you heard it, you hear your name. You hear your name, Lucian.
You made it seem like it was a thing.
I know you misunderstand. Perhaps it's the language barrier.
You're just gonna hear me across the room. Okay, now I know you guys are talking about me. So, wouldn't you be so kind to share with the class?
Fun of how small your dick is.
You know what, Marigold? You have not changed.
Neither of you. Now, are you gonna come over here and drink some mead with us, or are you gonna sit over there and be a loser?
Well, I'm not done sharpening my blades.
You can sit at the end of the table and sharpen your blade over here. You don't have to be Cleo on the other side of the room.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was invited. Obviously,
Okay, fine.
guys
You've
were
officially
talking-
been uninvited then.
Do I see Karnak walking down the stairs?
At this point,
Karnak!
he probably is at the top of the stairs, and then Dre's calling him back.
Okay. Okay, I guess I can sit over there. And then I'll just purposely move my chair over closer to Charlotte and sit down. So how's your shoulder?
She's actually watching the two of you interact so domestically with unveiled interest. And that when you ask her about her shoulder, there's like this innocent surprise on her face. And that unmalicious gaze, Lucian. It gets kind of gets under your skin a bit.
I'm gonna put my blade back and then retie my tunic because I forgot to tie it back up again when I put her hand there. And I'm like clearing my throat. I'm like, is your shoulder okay?
It's much better, thank you.
Is there anything you need from us at all? I mean, if we are gonna go, do what you're saying we need to do, I'd rather have you in your best condition.
Insight. Natural one on an insight. She's distracted watching your fingers tie your tunic. She audibly swallows Lucian, and there's a moment in the back of your mind that dark urge is like, ah! And like claps and like points. It's far less malicious and much more arrogant feeling.
You're just gonna see Lucian like pop a little smirk as he finishes tying up his tunic. He's gonna grab some of the mead. Is it just the mead or is there like cups for the mead?
There's cups. There's like a
There's cups.
whole decanter for the mead, and
Okay.
there's the cups are pretty small and round. Charlotte's had 4 of them. It's definitely not enough to make any of you drunk, but you can see where her eyes are a bit glassy.
I'm going to pop it open and pour mead for all 3 of us. And I'm gonna call over Zha'Vani. Zha'Vani, do you want any of this?
You know, brother, maybe I will partake. I do have some curiosities.
Well, then come here and sit.
And I'll take my seat over by them.
Oh yes, as well. They were talking about how they were questioning how big your cock was, Lucian.
Wait, what?
Anyways,
At that
yes,
moment, Zha'Vani, what's your armor class? Charlotte is gonna lunge at you across the table.
It's 11.
Okay. All right, great. She got a 6. So she lunges
and ends up flying into Lucian. Then Hellcat.
No, I'll take the hit.
No, she only
I'm
has
not
6 to
fighting
hit
back.
you. So she bumps into
I'm
Lucian,
not
a
afraid
little drunk,
of her.
and then, oh my god, I got a 5. Then she runs into Marigold. Oh my god, I'm using a different dice. Finally, she gets to 𝒮𝑉ani and shakes him. There's no slapping. There's no like punching. She just shakes him and is like, "I should have known that you fucking speak Elvish." Ah! She takes his hat. She throws it on the ground. She picks it up. Brushes it off. I'm sorry. Don't you say that in front of him.
It's too late.
I'm leaving.
It's not the bad.
𝒮𝑉ani
Shakes
actually
𝒮𝑉ani
shuffles
a
a
little
bit.
bit more, and that's when Karnak comes down.
What's going on?
Might I have a bit of a word?
Forgiving
don't
us
worry.
wasted.
Yes.
Well,
Speaking.
my self-esteem just went up a lot. Karnak, if I do say so myself.
Nothing happened. There's nothing happening, and everyone, we're good friends now, Karnak, and everyone has agreed to let me go back to my library, where I don't have to save the world.
Oh, you work at the library? How curious.
I'm stealing his hat. She puts 𝒮𝑉ani's hat on, and she starts walking towards the steps in an attempt to leave. Okay, hold on. I'm
He
rolling
just raised
performance.
an eyebrow.
I got a 15 on performance.
She's not getting very far with those legs.
Yeah,
I hear the knowing in the background screaming. It's happening in the tavern.
Is Kasper torturing someone in the basement?
So Charlotte's trying to leave?
Yeah, she's trying to swagger out. She's
Nope.
a little drunk, wearing 𝒮𝑉ani's hat.
Sit down.
Okay, I'm sitting. And she sits.
I have one more question for you, Charlotte.
I really don't want to answer your questions. I'm actually quite afraid of you and attracted to several of you. And I hate several of you with a burning passion.
That is unfortunate. You said you've watched most of us for most of our lives, right?
I really shouldn't tell you the truth.
Well, look. Were you there? Watching me? When Does the name Lithana ring a bell? Just want to see how far back you've been watching.
Her eyes water. She takes 𝒮𝑉ani's hat off. I know how much she meant to you.
That far, huh?
It's not exactly what you think. She holds out the hat to 𝒮𝑉ani. I have seen all of you do terrible, horrible things. And what kills me is that you all genuinely care about each other. And she starts to cry. How can evil people care? It just isn't fair. And it doesn't make any sense.
It's to make people like you feel sorry for us. Show moments of weakness.
Shut up, 𝒮𝑉ani. I'm gonna drown you in this hat.
Well, then you know why I hate elves. We all have a reason.
I haven't seen all of your reasons. And she kind of deflates at that point, defeated. grabs another cup of mead, throws it back.
All right. Well, I'm ready to go. Munge is being taken care of.
Could have a moment with you, Marigold. I would love to discuss something real quick before we leave.
Sure. By all means.
All right. I'd like to take Marigold aside, maybe outside into the front entrance.
Yeah, she'll follow.
Then I'll speak to her in Elven, saying, I trust you more than the others because of your compassion, but I have a feeling that we will need this, Charlotte. Earlier when we were capturing her, I dove a bit into her mind.
Oh, what did you find?
I found something quite perplexing. It was a melody playing, but that melody seemed to grant me some sort of tranquility, if you will. Because you know that it's hard to be ourselves, per se.
Yes.
But whenever I heard it, I felt, simply put, like me. Like us. But I cannot quite put a finger on it. I believe she holds great importance that we may need her.
I agree.
But obviously, I cannot tell her that, else that will make her feel more important. And the brothers, they are more inclined to dispose of her.
I feel like you and I are on a similar page. I almost wonder if what you heard in her mind has something to do with the Elven's ability to heal. And if what she's saying is true about being able to help our brother, maybe that has something to do with it.
I will say, this is the only reason why I trust her as much as I do. Something about that melody. Something about her could possibly, hopefully, fix everything. And that gives me a fragment of hope, which scares me.
Why are you so afraid of hope?
Because I've gotten to a point where I don't know if I live anymore. I simply exist.
The feeling is mutual. And she'll clap you on your shoulder, give you a nice little shake. Seeing or hearing what she says she can offer has given me the first glimmer of hope I've felt in a very long time. Not just we need to keep her alive. I worry about what Kasper will do. But I also want to trust everybody that they'll keep to their word. I think everybody's going to understand we need her alive.
I do hope that as well.
I feel as though you and her will be able to share a special kinship and your love of books as well.
There's some kinships that cannot happen. As she says, I am in fact a villain.
We're so used to calling ourselves villains, but were we not heroes?
I was never in it for the heroism. That's all I'll leave it at. We should probably get back to the others.
Yeah. We can always discuss the hero-villain stuff another time when we have a little bit more privacy.
At this point,
Course.
across the way, Kasper, you haven't seen anyone come for the shipment. However, you have seen Marigold with bright red hair against the snowy covered landscape. She sticks out like a sore thumb, and the shorter visage of Zha'Vani speaking just outside the echoing wench. You glance at them long enough that when you look back, there are several masked and veiled individuals hitching the pallets to a wagon that they've set up with a winch and chain, and they are rolling, pulling that winch and chain, which is dragging the pallets up into the wagon from the cellar.
Do I see any distinguished marks on them of sorts?
Their masks are featureless and flat. They are covered in grays and black head to toe. They are so unremarkable that it's distinguishing, especially the flat masks that they're wearing. It looks like there are 4 of them in total.
And there's no uniform of sorts that I've noticed before in my history.
It doesn't look like any kind of uniform. Even the wagon itself is unremarkable. What do you do?
As much as I would love to follow them, I think
I would say
brothers,
the moment you say that, Kasper,
yeah,
that broken arrow has been touched by elven magic. Elves are renowned trackers. It pisses you off, but you know instinctually, and because of what you are as well, you've experienced the Elven Ranger, the Elven Druid. They can track traces of their own magic, like hound dogs.
right.
You could
That's something I was
try to squirrel
thinking,
away that broken arrow, but it means you would have to rely on an elf.
I grab the arrow. I snap it a little bit smaller, so it's more, harder to notice. And I will try to make my way to just kind of sneak it onto it and then move on.
Stealthily.
Yep.
Okay. So this will take 2 rolls. A sleight of hand and either a performance or a stealth. The performance is kind of a Born Identity vibe.
Yeah.
You move into the crowd. You just look like a Joe Schmo. The stealth is to be completely unseen.
Okay. So sleight of hand too, right?
Correct. Either one will require a secondary sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand is 21,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go for stealth. That's 22.
Jesus.
Okay. Where do you hide the pieces of arrow?
In one of the bags.
Okay. It's as easy as every other infiltration job you've taken with your brothers. A click and a slide. Without missing one beat of a step. You hear their voices. They sound to be human men. Annoyed when the winch stops and they have to manually push this heavy-ass pallet onto the wagon. The wagon is drawn by long-horned oxes. It is not horse that are the beast of burden for this choice, which means it will be slow, arduous, and very heavy. Then you fade into the crowd. A whisper of smoke. And if there is not any more roleplay, then we are going to move ahead. You guys ready? I need a group perception check as all of you find yourselves at the edge of town, the edge of 𝒮𝓄𝓁s. You have, from Dre, 10 days ration, 10 days wine, 10 days water. Each of you have mess kit, backpack, bedding, winter clothes. And it is a familiar, nostalgic, and in some ways liminal feeling. You don't want to call it hope as you gaze to your left and right. You don't want to call it light because the burdens you bear are so many. With your weapons strapped on, you are once again that band of bastards. The Brotherhood. Finally traveling together again. All right, 𝒮𝓿oni, I want you to add up everybody's roll and let me know what you got on that group perception, please.
Okay. $72.
Wow.
There's a bit of a spring in each of your steps, albeit unique to your character. It is just a bolstered step. This is home. With a 72, you are traveling only an hour beyond 𝒮𝓄𝓁 when Charlotte says, "I'm sorry." But before she can say anything else, there is a wicked crashing in the underbrush and the snapping of bone, and a whisperkin charges out of the underbrush with a screech and a howl. It is the same echo of a thought. A whisperkin not actually all physically here. It is burning in the daytime. As the dawn would technically be approaching, those sunshine rays are your best defense against all and any creature on the night world. And this is where we're going to take a BRB, and then we're going to have everybody roll initiatives.
Nice.
Oh, snap.
Hello. Welcome back, everyone. I need everybody to roll a survival. This will determine some narrative things as you chase this whisperkin through the woods.
Survival, you said?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I like this song.
And then in the order that you posted them, go ahead and let chat know what you got on that survival check.
Got 19 survival.
I have 11.
I got a 21 survival.
I got a 13.
I got a 16.
Everybody that got at least a 14 and above, you do not take this damage. It is 1d6. That is going to be 5 points of cold damage. It is a headlong chase. This entity breaking off of its fingers, throwing them like throwing stars or knives back at you, firing arrows, perhaps cantrips at this creature as it rushes through the underbrush. And when finally the lot of you surround it, you're a little bit surprised as Charlotte breaks through the underbrush as well, panting and heaving and ready to fight with you, her silver blades drawn. And the Whisperkin speaks.
You will fail, and all that you have tried to accomplish will fail. You who broke the mirror, you who made the infraction, all will suffer because of your sin.
Charlotte is actually the one that yells at this thing. And she says, just shut up with your lies and philosophies. You poopy brain, stinky face. They're bad
She's
people,
still
but they're not
drunk?
bad guys. Yes, when you look at her, she's still a little drunk. That is not just windburn on her face. Absolutely a little drunk still.
It's just, oh.
Regardless,
sweet.
the Whisperkin lets out a dry laugh.
Fallen star has perished. Your wish will be rewritten, and all will know the truth.
It claps its hands. Who's like moving their mouse over the Whisperkin like that? Like having a crazy surge party? Like, what are you doing? It claps its hands together. Lucian. And it inhales and then exhales a gust of freezing cold wind. It shoots out all around it. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw. And then Lucian, it's your move.
Okay.
For that dexterity saving throw to take half damage, you need to roll at least a 14. Half damage is going to be 6. And it is bludgeoning damage.
$14, right? The full?
Yes. At least. You need to get at least that dexterity or you get full damage.
Dex save, right?
Mm-hmm. Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, dang it.
How do I
That's
take
supposed to be
damage
my.
off on this sheet?
You just so you click on your health point in the sheet, and then you can type like minus, and then the damage.
Oh, minus.
How much damage was that? 14.
14 or 12 full. Sorry, 12 full.
Oh.
6 half.
Okay.
Oh, I'm getting real low now.
Yeah, I'm getting messed up.
Okay. Lucian,
Alrighty,
it's your move.
brothers. Do we have a plan? I know last time we kind of just dove straight in, and we know that some things don't work on this thing.
Mental attacks do not work. Just kill it.
Fair enough, 𝒮𝑉ani. And I will use... Where is it? Where is it? I will cast... 𝒮𝑉maturgy to... Kind of make a running up sound, if possible, from behind it to make it turn around.
So you're gonna cast like an illusion.
Yes.
Okay.
And then...
Does it need to make a saving throw of some kind?
No.
Just a thaumaturgy.
Yes.
All right, then I'm gonna have you roll a performance, and I'm gonna have it roll an insight. Okay, never mind. It falls through it. That's a natural 1. So it turns. It's like.
Yeah, more of you.
Yeah. Anyways, so.
Wakey, wakey.
You can use your sneak attack because it turns around looking for the rest of the Brotherhood. But Munge Omnibomb is nowhere to be seen. Remember when he was an elk, guys, and he missed everything, and he was just like, I missed his.
Okay, and then I will go in for sneak attacks.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3.
So these outside squares are 10.
Okay. Are 10?
Because you have to climb up.
Do I?
Because it's up on a roof.
20, 30.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's up on a roof of some dilapidated hunter's shack that's still standing.
Okay. Oh my god, I barely make it. Oh, I can't move my character that way.
Wait, what? Why? Can you move now?
I cannot. Nah, well, yeah, it's there. Okay. Then I will roll for sneak attacks. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, well, I hit it.
Okay. 4 points of damage?
4 points of damage.
Wait, did you... That's just the sneak attack roll. You didn't roll to hit or anything, so roll your
Oh
dagger.
yeah, oh my god, I totally forgot. Hold on.
We're D&Ding. We're doing it.
We're D&D, I totally forgot. Shit. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. And then the 4 points is the add-on to the dagger, so I got to roll the dagger.
Oh wait, why
Do
can...
I roll the dagger?
So wait, hold on. Why can, like, toggle... Chat can't see... The hag is invisible on there. Hold on.
Refresh the camera.
Downloading world
I'm
data.
fighting an
Please hold.
invisible hag!
Oh, okay, there we go. Can everybody... Chat can see now.
Oh yeah, I can see it now.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see it either until now.
Wait, but Lucian
like-
could?
No,
Yeah,
I
I
could
can see it.
That's
because we
crazy.
didn't
Because
refresh.
you refreshed. I never.
We have Nathan's little name.
Okay, and then I roll the dagger, right? And then add the sneak attack on top?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay. Come on.
You already rolled a 14 with your physical dice, so we'll go
Yes.
with that, because that, or 15, that hits.
Okay.
You rolled a 15 with your physical dice, so just hit the damage on your dagger. Boop. And hopefully
Dope.
Foundry doesn't cuck you.
Okay, how do I hit the damage for the dagger? Do I just click on it and then...
You see it in chat, see?
Oh, attack, okay.
Right under that attack, yeah, damage.
Or damage.
Mhm.
Okay, damage. And then... Yeah.
Okay, so that's
And
10.
then I'll just add the 10 points of slashing damage.
No, it's great. You guys are level 3. You haven't. It's been a minute. 10 damage. Ugh. You touched my tra-la-la.
My ding ding dong.
Great, good job. All right, anything else, Lucian?
That is it. That is all.
All right. Kasper.
Kasper is kind of fucked up right now because of all psychic damage and then the snow and stuff, and doesn't feel very good. So he takes out his ointment that he has, and he starts placing it on his wounds. Is this a action? Yes, as an action, I can apply this. So I'm gonna bring that down to 2 charges out of 4. Oh. And roll the 2d8 plus 2. I heal for 7.
Nice. Okay.
And I don't think I have anything on bonus action. So I'm just gonna yeah, I'm just gonna end my turn and just he's kind of getting prepared with his bow.
Okay. It is the Whisperkin's turn. It is going to break off its thumb joint.
Yum.
As it rips the thumb free from its hand, another thumb shoots into its place, so that it has all 4 of its digits. But the thumb that it's broken off, it drops and it almost becomes like a police nightstick that just unfolds on itself. And it's going to attack you with it, Lucian.
Uh-oh.
What is your armor class?
It is 14.
Okay. It barely hits you. That is 5 points of slashing, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh man. Good in here. Ooh, I'm hurting.
Ooh, he heard it.
I'm hurting. Oh, come on.
You got a 9 on your Constitution saving throw.
So good.
You
kidding me?
You are poisoned.
No.
You gain the poison condition, and that is the end of its turn. Zha'Vani. Your move.
Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'll do something a little bit silly, but you know what? Why not? I will move over here 15 feet. Then I will pull out my decanter of endless water. I will aim it at her, No, I'll aim it at the Whisperkin.
I thought you were gonna be like, really? You're gonna dump water? You're like, get a cold and influenza, Charlotte.
Sorry, no, it looks like a hag. So, yeah, I'll aim at the Whisperkin and shout Geyser. So, let me check, but I'm pretty sure I need a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh man, I rolled really well.
That's probably not great. A DC 13 Strength save.
Okay, I got an 18.
Cool. So let me see here. So is it a half or is it a none? I don't know if it's a half or if it's a none. Let me check a different source.
Yeah, it doesn't say if it's half. I would say it's half. Because it's
Okey-doke.
2d4 bludgeoning damage and fall prone.
So 2d4 halved and no falling prone.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would rule
Okay.
it.
So I got total of 4, so it'd be 2 bludgeoning damage, and she's wet.
The Whisperkin is wet.
It's wet.
It is wet.
Lucky.
Nearby.
And yeah, I'll just end my turn there.
Okay, it is Charlotte's turn. Who is injured?
I think all of us.
All of us.
Okay.
Yep.
She shouts, "Can I heal you?"
Yeah, man. I'll let you know.
Yes.
Wait, to
To all of you. Can I heal you?
please do.
Sure.
I'm like holding my arm. Please.
Heal away.
And Zha'Vani, you say yes.
Yes, you are allowed.
Okay, Marigold.
I'm kidding.
Marigold.
Marigold, do you answer
Sorry.
her?
I was coughing.
Oh, no,
I
you're
don't
good.
need healing.
Are you giving her permission to heal
So
you
now
in
it's
the
my
event you
turn.
need it though, right?
Yes, she has permission. to
Okay,
heal me
and
in the
Kasper.
event that I need it.
I think. Give me a DC for a wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, to see if he'll decide to or not. If he'll trust her in this.
Oh, I'll give you a DC. Oh boy. Okay, I got your DC. Wisdom saving throw, roll it.
Oh.
Oh,
my
dirty
God,
20.
Val's been getting
Oh, so if you
good
beat the
rolls.
DC, you trust her? You know her intentions, essentially?
Yeah.
Okay, so I set the DC at 20. You don't
Okay, then yeah.
You don't think she's gonna spell you? Charm you.
He'll say, fine, but I'm watching you.
Okay, so she shifts. Here's what she does. She shifts into Zha'Vani's square, and she reaches out, Kasper, and she grabs you by the arm, like the wrist. Her fingers don't fit around your wrist, but when she lets go, there is a bloom of that glass moonflower, and she heals you. Wow, max healing. So that's
Nice.
10. That's 10 healing. And from you, it pulses 60 feet. Everyone gets half. Up to 6 creatures get half. So that's 5 to everybody else. And that will
Nice.
pulse. Hold on. For 1 round. Sad. So this 1 round, everyone will get 5 HP on their turn. And then the bloom will die. And then she shifts back into her square. It's Marigold. your
That's a
move.
cool spell.
Well, Marigold is now back up to 1 point away from that. so she greatly appreciates that. Marigold is going to enter her rage. And that's going to make me roll on the chart. So that gives me, what happens on a 2? I can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space I can see until my rage ends. Cool. She's going to move up next to the hag. Sorry, the Whisperkin. It's not letting me move her.
Oh no.
Thank you. And she's going to take her great axe and take a nice hot swing at it.
Okay.
15, does that hit?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
10 points of great axe damage.
Oh, shit.
And the rage counts as a bonus action. So with that teleport... Yeah, I can't use that teleport until my next turn. Okay, that's where I'm going to end my turn. She wants to pull all of this thing's attention.
Okay. Oh, it's looking at you.
Good.
It's ethereal, spidery, web-like form focuses in on you. It says, "And you, a traitor to your own brotherhood."
What do you mean I'm a traitor?
And it gets this horrible smile, Marigold. In response, it's going to use its reaction and break off its pinky and drop it in the ground before you. It tells you to drink the blood, and you'll see.
No, I'm not a vampire. You can fuck off.
Karnak, your move. Nathan, that's you.
Oh, that's me. He will move right here. Boom. And for his action, he's going to pull out the one javelin that he has. And he's going to aim carefully and just throw it.
Mm-hmm.
Aiming for the neck. And that's going to be 15 to hit.
Hits.
Which will be 4 plus 4, 8 damage, 8 piercing. Just hard enough for it to kind of go through and almost hit Lucian. Stop right there in front of his face. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to look at Marigold, and he's going to say,
Bread, get him.
and cast Shield of Faith on her. And Marigold, you see this shimmer of field surround you, and you get +2 bonus for 10 minutes. That's your AC.
When you yell, "Get him!" she looks at the thing and barks.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
And that will be my turn.
All right. Top of the round, Lucian. You healed at 5 HP. It's your move.
Okay. I'm gonna go in for another sneak attack. Because it's looking at Marigold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bam. Oh. That doesn't hit, right?
What'd you get? Oh, an 11? Yeah, 11 does
11.
not hit.
Shit.
Oh, no.
Then okay. Well, that's that. Bonus action. I will do an offhand strike. Yeah. Oh, natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
All right. That is double max damage plus an extra damage dice.
Okay, cool. And then double max damage plus a. How do I do that on on here?
We tried
On
to-
here, you'll just roll the damage dice minus your
Okay.
proficiency,
Okay.
and then manually, it's already minus your proficiency because it's your offhand. And
Mhm.
daggers do a 1d.
1d6. Oh no,
Deal
1d4,
D4.
1d4, yeah.
So 4 times 2, 8, and then whatever you roll. So roll a 1d4.
10.
Okay.
So 8 and 5 is 13. So you just did 13 points of damage on an offhand. Good job
Damn, nice.
with a critical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, that ends my turn.
Okay. Kasper, your move.
Kasper will just take a shot at it with his bow, his long bow. As a 22 to hit.
Yes.
Oh yeah, huge 5 damage because I rolled a 1.
Okay. Again, it's
Yeah.
as the arrow and the javelin move through the creature, it's like it's capturing spider webs, and the tips of your weapons are threaded with silk. Anything else, Kasper?
Oh, that's my turn.
Okay, Whisperkin's turn. Lucian, go ahead and roll. Oh, because you're poisoned, you had disadvantage on those to roll. I forgot. My bad. So on your next turn, I'll have you roll to be unpoisoned because you have the poison condition still. So green hag, or not green hag, I'm just using that token. Lord, Whisperkin's turn, going to attack Marigold. Marigold, what is your armor class?
19.
Okay, it barely hits you. What is curious, everything about its form is ethereal. That pinky finger it's dropped in the snow is completely solid now.
Don't like that.
6 points of slashing, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I clicked it. Is it not rolling? Okay. I clicked it and it didn't roll, so hold on.
It says you got a 17 and then a 22 for me.
Yeah, it's not rolling for me.
Either
that
way-
first roll would be the first one, so
Either way,
17.
that's enough. You make the save, you're not poisoned.
Cool. I'm gonna
Zha'Vani, your
refresh
move.
my page.
So, I would like to cast a spell as a little gray clouds start to float from my spell book, and then the javelin within the Whisperkin starts to spark. As after three little gray clouds float up, lightning erupts from them, directly striking the javelin and the Whisperkin as I cast a magic missile, but spicing it up with lightning damage with my class feature.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called.
The
So
order
let me roll those
describes.
d4s. Yes. Yeah. Okay. 3 1. So that's 4 4 2. 4 2. That's a total of 10 lightning damage.
Nice. Its form is fading fast.
I'll move over here.
Okay.
That ends my turn.
Right. Anyone else need healing? All right.
I'm still low.
With your 5.
The 5 I got before. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm only down like 6.
Okay, make a roll. Let me see. Does she heal you or does she attack? All right, so she's gonna attack. Her sickles, she like dropped, because that's what she fights with, her sickles. If I didn't describe it properly before, she hooks them into her belt, pulls hairpins out of her hair, and they're throwing knives that are very thin, and she tosses them, like, as Marigold lifts the axe to attack, 2 little tiny barbs hit the Whisperkin. 5 points of damage. That is her turn. Marigold, your move.
Wow, perhaps you should teach Lucian a thing or two.
So the finger in the snow was solid then.
It's now solid, yes.
If I were to stomp on it and crush it into the ground, would that just be what kind of
Bonus
attack
action.
would that be? Bonus action? Okay, I'm gonna do that. I want to crush it under my foot.
Okay. It oozes and it snaps. When it snaps, it causes the bladed tip, the fingernail, to unhinge and extend, and then it's this acidic blood. And the Whisperkin will say,
You wanted to know. You had an opportunity.
All you're doing is playing stupid mind games with me. I'm not going to believe something like you. And she's gonna attack.
roll to
One
hit.
It was loading. I don't know why it's taking forever. I'm assuming a 21 hits, right?
Hits. Roll your damage.
I rolled a hand axe. Sorry. That's supposed to be my great axe.
Roll it.
It's the same hit, though. Let me re-roll that damage. There we go. 6 slashing damage. And she's going to remain where she's at.
Okay. Karnak. It's your move.
Okay. Karnak, can you move down here? Oh, nope.
Where are you moving in? So these
He's gonna-
squares out here are 10 feet because you have to climb.
10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So like that is 10 feet to get there.
Trying to move next to Lucian.
So it's 10, 15, 20. Oh, 25.
Does he still look poisoned?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna use a bonus action to use Lay on Hands
Okay.
from my healing pool as a paladin and use it to purify poison. So I'm gonna expend 5 HP from the pool to remove the poison condition from Lucian, and he's just gonna say,
You gotta stay in the fight. Let me help you.
he's gonna put his hands on his shoulder and take away that poison.
Thank you, brother.
And then he's going to stay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Top of the round. Lucian, it's your move.
Lucian's gonna look at the Whisperkin and go, "You're in for it now. My brother's here. He took the poison away. I feel better."
You do.
You tell him.
When you when you say that, you do hear Charlotte snort, almost a laugh.
Wait, what kind of? No, I'm just kidding. And then he will go in for. Wait, who is the Whisperkin looking at? Is it still
Now looking at Karnak.
Karnak? Okay. I'm gonna go for a sneak attack. Okay. Roll. Come on, please, please. 17
Hits.
to hit. Yes. Okay. Yes, and then that will be 19 points of slash.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Holy moly.
How do you want to do this?
Oh my god!
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen, right? Lucian is going to kind of like freestyle trick his way around to where the pole of the javelin is, and then he's gonna flip himself up, kicking the javelin through, like slicing all the way through.
Cool.
To make his head like detachable, like about to fall off. And then when he's spinning back, he's gonna use his other leg to kick the foot back and right in front of Charlotte.
So as the head lands and begins to dematerialize in front of Charlotte, she like makes a little like ee! And just steps back. In this grisly, sucking voice, it's ashing away, but that finger you stepped on, Marigold, is very physical and still leaking. The head still speaks.
And let it be known, you band of bastards. The echo always returns to its beginning.
And then it begins to laugh. Before fading into nothingness. And Charlotte says, under her breath, "The moon is a reflection of the soul, and the soul has a depth untold, vices and virtues." And that's where we're going to end tonight. Thank you for episode 3 of the Brotherhood. Stay tuned tonight as we delve into more dramatics. But this time we turn to a Chronicle Vampire the Masquerade and Werewolf the Apocalypse in a thrilling mashup. Bound by Night happens in an hour.